What happens when the NFL's best explosive offense meets the league's #1 defense? The Patriots punted on their first 8 drives. But before we get to the most lopsided Super Bowl in years, we need to talk about what happened at halftime. Why did a music performance have the Department of Homeland Security attacking the performer weeks before the game? Why did Drake May, the MVP runner-up, throw 2 picks and lose a fumble? How did an undrafted kicker break a Super Bowl record? And why are people calling this the most politically divided Super Bowl ever? I watched this game 3 times, read every expert analysis, and dove deep into the controversies. This is the complete story of Super Bowl 60, the game, the politics, the drama, and the historic defense that nobody saw coming. Stick around. This game wasn't supposed to exist. 2 football leagues at war. The NFL versus the AFL, they hated each other. Kansas City Chiefs owner Lamar Hunt watched his kids playing with a Super Ball and jokingly called it a Super Bowl. The league thought it was too childish. January 15th, 1967. Green Bay versus Kansas City. 33,000 empty seats. It didn't even sell out. Fast forward. 100 million viewers, $7 million commercials, the biggest sporting event on earth. Super Bowl 60, NFC leads 28-27 all time, but this one's different. The first time defense dominated the modern NFL like this since the Legion of Boom. The first all-Spanish halftime show, the first time America watched 2 halftime shows. 5 million chose the alternative. A 3-win team made the Super Bowl, only to get demolished. Super Bowl 60 was a collision of football, culture, and dominance, and it started with 2 teams who took very different paths. Seattle, 14-3, NFC #1 seed, Mike Macdonald, 38 years old, second year as head coach. He built the NFL's most terrifying defense, 17.2 points per game, #1 in the league, but they traded Geno Smith, their franchise QB, for this guy, Sam Darnold, the Jets bust, the Carolina castoff, except he transformed. No more ghosts, just surgical precision, and Jackson Smith-Njigba exploded. 119 catches, 1,793 yards. NFL Offensive Player of the Year. Playoffs. Divisional round. San Francisco, 41-6. Humiliation. NFC Championship. LA Rams, 31-27. Offensive shootout. Darnold throws 3 touchdowns. Clock hits 0. Seattle's going to the Super Bowl. McDonald's defense. Darnold's redemption. JSN's breakout, their first conference championship since 2014, and standing in their way, a Patriots team with their own impossible story. 3 wins. The 2024 Patriots won 3 games rock bottom. Then they went to the Super Bowl. Mike Vrabel, Patriots legend, 3-time champion, first year as head coach. He brought back the Patriots' edge. Drake May, second-year QB MVP runner-up by 1 vote, plus 9% completion over expectation. The most accurate quarterback since 2016-14 and 3. But there was a problem. Fake contenders. Schedule merchants. Wild card, Chargers, 16-3, dominant, divisional, Texans, snowing, 28-16, 4 first-half interceptions, AFC Championship, Broncos, blizzard, 10-7, Bo Nix injured, backup Stidham enters, Gonzalez picks it off. Game over. 3 playoff games, 26 total points allowed. But May, 20 playoff sacks, a new record. Those 14 regular season fumbles becoming a pattern. The question, could they survive the NFL's #1 defense? We were about to find out. 24 hours before kickoff, experts called this the Explosive Play Bowl, the league's best offense at creating explosive plays versus the best defense at stopping them. Seattle, #1 defense, 17.2 points per game. Best explosive play differential in the NFL, 9th best in 25 years. Elite secondary, Witherspoon, Love, Bryant, diverse pass rush, Hall, Murphy, stunts, blitzes, chaos. McDonald called them the dark side, but the Patriots had the answer. 13.6% explosive play rate, #1 in the league. Mays +9 completion over expectation. Ramondre Stevenson, 2.8 yards after contact. But New England had a problem. 2 rookies on the O-line, Campbell and Wilson. First team ever to start 2 rookies in a Super Bowl. and Seattle lived on exploiting the left side. Vegas, Seahawks by 3.5. Experts, 52-48 split. But the real variable? May, 14 fumbles, league leader, 20 playoff sacks already. Darnold, 3.5% turnover rate, worst among qualifiers. Two quarterbacks capable of brilliance and disaster. The question? What happens when the pressure hits its peak? Kickoff. Super Bowl 60 begins. Within 3 minutes, Seattle made their intentions clear. Darnold, 15 yards to Barner, 23 to Cup. Red zone hold. Myers, 33 yards. Good. 3-0. Then the Patriots realized they had a problem. Those rookie linemen, Campbell and Wilson. Seattle attacked them like sharks. 1st and 10. Sacked, 3rd down, pressure, throws it away, punt, and again. And again. 8 punts in 9 possessions. Meanwhile, Kenneth Walker was eating. 30-yard explosion, 29-yard burst, red zone, Patriots hold, Myers, 39 yards, good, 6-0. Second quarter, same story. Myers, 41 yards, good, 9-0. Dixon punts to the 2-yard line. Campbell, false start, 3rd and 12, punt. Halftime, 9-0. First time all season the Patriots were shut out for an entire half, but halftime adjustments can change everything. Or would the halftime show be more entertaining than the game itself? Halftime, Seahawks leading 9-0. But millions weren't watching the game anymore. They were watching a fight over who defines America. Bad Bunny, 86 million monthly listeners, about to do something no one had ever done. Perform entirely in Spanish. No translation, no apology. Lady Gaga, Ricky Martin, Pedro Pascal celebrating Latino culture on the world's biggest stage. But weeks earlier, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, they suck and will win. Speaker Mike Johnson, terrible decision. Wanted 83-year-old Lee Greenwood, 120,000 petition signatures to replace him with George Strait. Then conservatives did something unprecedented. Turning Point USA's All-American Halftime Show. Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, Lee Brice, 8:15 p.m. America had a choice, NBC or YouTube. 5 million chose the alternative, families in different rooms. Twitter exploded, the country watching 2 Super Bowls. NFL stood firm. Goodell. Not everyone has to like everything we do. Bad Bunny spiked to football. Together we are America. God bless America and all the countries in Latin America and in Puerto Rico. We're still here. History made, America divided. The second half was about to begin. Second half, Patriots down 9-0. They needed something. They got nothing. 3 and out. Punt. Seattle responds. Darnold 3 for 3, 52 yards. Myers 41 yards. Good. 12-0. Approaching the first shutout in Super Bowl history. 16 seconds left in the third. Then, Derek Hall, strip sack, Byron Murphy recovers. Game over, fourth quarter, Barner, 16-yard touchdown, 19-0. But May remembered he was an MVP candidate. 24 yards to Hollins. Then deep, Hollins, 35-yard touchdown. The stadium erupted. A comeback? No. 2nd and 3. May launches into a sea of defenders. Julian Love, easy pick. Myers, 5th field goal. Super Bowl record. Then Witherspoon strips May. Ball bounces to Uchenna Nwosu. He's running. 45-yard pick 6. Stevenson garbage time touchdown. Final 29-13, 6 sacks, 2 picks, 3 turnovers. The Patriots never had a chance. 6 sacks, 2 interceptions, 3 turnovers. But how did they do it? Mike Macdonald, 38 years old, the dark side. Tonight you saw why 6 sacks tied the Super Bowl record. Derek Hall, 2. Byron Murphy, 2. Witherspoon, Mills, 1 each. But they came from everywhere. Stunts, delayed blitzes, overload pressures targeting those rookie linemen. The Patriots had no idea where pressure was coming from. Second, the secondary. Lockdown. Cover 2 shells taking away deep throws. Man coverage disrupting timing. May had nowhere to go. But the stat that tells the real story? Drake May, 20 sacks across the entire playoffs. A new NFL record. By the fourth quarter, he was playing scared. Happy feet, eyes darting. The Seahawks had broken him. 2014 Legion of Boom held Broncos to 8 points. 2026 Dark Side held Patriots to 13 points. Different players, same DNA. Mike Macdonald just proved what old school fans always knew. Defense, wins, championships, and in Super Bowl 60, it wasn't even close. But the defense wasn't the only story. Super Bowl 60 was loaded with drama before kickoff. Green Day, American Idiot. But Friday night, Billy Joe Armstrong told ICE agents to quit your yucking job. Game day, they stripped political lyrics from their broadcast. Nobody was happy. Third quarter, JSN, Offensive Player of the Year, enters the concussion tent. He cleared protocol, returned fourth quarter, but for 10 minutes, Seahawks fans were holding their breath. Now the elephant in the room, the Patriots, 14-3, easiest schedule since the 1999 Rams. Opponent win percentage, .391. Schedule merchants, frauds. Super Bowl 60 answered that question. They weren't ready. And Drake May, MVP runner-up, 14 regular season fumbles, league leader. Then the playoffs, more turnovers. Super Bowl, 2 picks, 1 fumble, ball security, the most basic skill, he couldn't do it. But the craziest thing, Patriots had 0 points through 3 quarters. Fewest points ever scored in a Super Bowl was 3. Were we witnessing the first shutout? Hollins' touchdown saved them from ultimate embarrassment. 13 points in a Super Bowl. That's not losing. That's getting exposed. When the confetti settled, the numbers told a brutal story. 3-0, 9-0, 12-0. Patriots didn't score until 9 minutes left. Darnold, 19 of 38, 202 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 picks. May, 22 of 37, 262 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, 1 fumble. Kenneth Walker, 27 carries, 135 yards, brutal, punishing runs. Jason Myers, 5 field goals, Super Bowl record. Defense, 6 sacks, 3 turnovers. MVP, Kenneth Walker III. He set the tone, controlled the clock, won the old school way. Seattle's second championship. For Seattle, validation. McDonald at 38, one of the youngest Super Bowl winning coaches. Darnold's redemption complete. For New England, questions. Was this season real or a mirage? Is May the future or defined by turnovers? One team proved they're elite. The other still has everything to prove. Super Bowl 60, the Seahawks' defensive masterclass, 6 sacks. Bad Bunny's historic halftime show that split America into 2 audiences. Kenneth Walker's MVP, Drake May's collapse. Mike McDonald's dark side proved defense still wins championships. Drop a comment. Who really won the halftime show? Bad Bunny or Kid Rock? Were the Patriots legit or exposed? Smash that like button. Subscribe for more deep dives. Hit the bell, because this was the second most controversial Super Bowl of the last decade. You think this was dramatic? You haven't seen anything yet. Thanks for watching Loyal Luxury. And remember, in football, defense doesn't just win games.